Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. This is Sophie, my wife,
Hello.
and this is the 1973 Roadrunner camper that we bought.
It was listed
17.
as a Roadrunner.
We've kind of been scouring the internet for a while looking for something we can restore, and this just happens to be along the lines of what we're looking for. Kind of a nice classic look, and something that was pretty affordable. We got this for $1,500, which is definitely a steal.
Yeah.
Because everything's in pretty good shape. The structure's there. I don't really see too much damage or rust, so I think it's something that we could manage pretty well. So here's the before. I'll make sure we go through and try and log video of everything. The paint's pretty faded, kind of peeling off. We're gonna repaint it. The door opens and closes nicely, which is nice. We pulled out this old carpet that was in here. Overall, the structure's in good shape. There is a little bit of water damage. You can see it was around this. I'm going to replace this whole vent. We're going to tear out all of this old paneling. You can see there's some water damage there. Looks like it's got down into the frame of the bed. Water damage over here. So I'm going to peel off all the paneling, open up the walls, kind of pretty much gut this thing, and take a look at what we got, replace and repair any structural points. I'm sure the ceiling's got some sagging in it, and I've restored one of these before, and what I did was when I replaced the boards that go across the top, I would cut a little bit of a concave in it so it sheds water off the two sides and helps with support, and that seems to work pretty well. But I think with a lot of these projects, what you'll see is people that take them on, they know how to design and decorate, but they don't know how to do the structural things, and they usually skip those steps. So if there's one thing about me or that I really hate, it's cutting corners. I'm going to be a lot more thorough. So actually I've been working on the roof today, scraping up the old sealers so that we can get a good seal on our new RV roof sealant, and I'm going to do the whole thing. So I want to take care of structural things first, mechanical issues. I'm going to redo all the wiring once we pull these off, and we'll probably re-insulate. But yeah, there you go. We've got this old bathroom, just a little camping toilet. We'll probably just get rid of that altogether and not have a toilet. Closet in here. Got some cabinet space, a couple drawers, heater. This oven's pretty cool, actually. I like it. Really cute. Good colors. We'll keep that. We'll keep the sink. Maybe refinish the countertops with something. And then this just matching fridge. And I'll probably redo a lot of the framing on like these fold-out bunk beds. It's pretty flimsy. Yeah, it kind of sags. So just make sure that's reinforced, that it can support a person, and that these can too. Looks like there might be some mold back there. So once we peel it open, we'll really get a good idea what's going on. The tires are in decent shape. It does have a little bit of rot from the sun on this side. I think I'll probably just go ahead and replace the tires, just so I have a peace of mind, doesn't blow out on me when I'm going down the highway. I drove 2 hours to get it, and it pulled really nicely, nice and smooth. The trailer lights weren't working. Oh, wasp nest. The frame looks like it's in good shape overall. Over there I can see, looks like it's kind of fallen through a little bit, so looks like we got some repair work to do. But overall, not too bad for being close to 50 years old. When I was pulling it home, the trailer lights didn't work, and I kind of had to stop at a gas station, and because I was driving home at night, and push these in. They'd only work when I pushed in on them, so I taped them to rectify that, and that got me home. So I'll do the same thing over here. I'm going to redo all the wiring, order new tail lights that fit this round so that I don't have to cut and add a new spot there that's smaller. Most taillights are smaller. This is like 7 inches, so just custom order something that's going to fit right there. These old teardrop lights are cool. I'll see if I can find some replacement plastic for these. It might be kind of tough to find. And then replace those all with LEDs. All the windows and seals seem like they're in good shape, so I don't know if I'll have to do much there. I think I'd like to replace this hitch. It's a 2-inch hitch, and I'd prefer a 2 5/16, a little heavier duty. And then I don't have to switch balls on the truck. I'll probably replace that jack because this thing's pretty flimsy. And that's kind of it. This needs some fixing. It's sort of falling off there. Everything looks good over here. I think we'll add an awning up there. And I'll give you a look at the roof. So I went ahead and peeled off all the old sealer along these seams. That's in rough shape. That's gonna go. And I'm gonna go and reseal these today. Come all the way down the edges. I think I'm just gonna do the whole roof, but focus on these seams. Okay, so I got the roof patched. This is what I used. Blackjack, white roof patch, elastic crack repair. This is what they recommended at the hardware store. It's super thick. It came out way thicker than I expected. I thought it'd be like a thick paint, but it is just like, you can barely use a paintbrush, and it dries extremely fast. You got to put it on quick. But I think it'll do a solid job of sealing. I did all the edges all the way along the top too. You know, there's a lot of old layers that I had to go over, but it doesn't come out too clean. Up on the roof, I'm not as worried about that. I might try and get it cleaner as we come down here. Maybe use something else. Now today, I'm gonna start, I'm gonna tear out these cabinets up here, pull out the bunk bed. I'm not sure if I'll tear this out yet. I might try and leave that, but basically I want to access all these panels so I can tear them back all the way from side to side, because you can see there's damage in here. And I'm sure there's spots in the roof that I'll have to replace some structural points, especially around this. I ordered a new vent for this. I just got a generic replacement. I got one that has a fan in it with a control, so I'll run wiring so that we can have a fan to vent it out and have a little thermostat on the wall that controls it. So added airflow, which will be nice in here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and start tearing everything out and see what we got.
In time, don't wait for you. No time, don't wait for you. Oh, for you. No time, don't wait for you. Oh, time, don't wait for you.
Well, I managed to make a mess of things pretty quickly. I wasn't planning to do this in-depth of a teardown, or maybe I was subconsciously, I don't know. I like to get it down to the bone so I can see what's going on. I was kind of suspecting, because when I was up sealing the roof, there was a bit of a sag over here, and that would certainly be part of the reason why. Because that has completely rotted out up here, and it's not attached to anything. And these supporting boards, they were all rotted out, so they're gone. And this is just such flimsy framing. I know campers have thin framing, but I had no idea it'd be that thin. Whereas, to fasten these together, there's just a couple staples at these junctions, so it's really not that well built. I'll tear out everything that's got the black mold on it that's really rotted like that, and I'll replace it, but I might frame in places where it doesn't really need it. I think I'm just gonna frame a little bit thicker on top of it. I do need to redo some of these roof rafters because that doesn't really tie into anything over there. and around this vent where that all rotted out. The roof is in better shape overall than I thought, aside that piece over there aside, but I thought maybe all these pieces might have more issues. And I think I'll add some more of these concave pieces up top to keep that ridge, keep that curve and a peak at the top so it sheds water out to the sides. Less chance of it coming back later. I'm sure I'm gonna run into some more rotted wood back there and some more over here. But I think that was the major spot there. Coming down here, it's looking like I'll probably have to go ahead and... I was hoping I wouldn't have to take out all this. You know, this could turn into everything disappearing real quick and just tearing out everything, maybe including these cabinets. And there's all sorts of old things that they had stored away in here, so I'll dig through that, find some relics. Looks like an old baseball or softball. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. Well, so I'll dig that out, clean this out, tear off the rest of these walls, and see how it's looking.